Mom, I don't blame you for being upset. It's been a pretty rough night for everybody.
Oh, especially poor Paige. She must have been absolutely terrified.
Thank God for Steve Guthrie. He was right there to make sure she wasn't harmed.
Well, I hope this is the beginning of the end of this nightmare for poor Paige. Whatever wrong she committed by joining that group, she's paid for 100 times over.
Yeah, it certainly would be nice to be able to see her smile for a change.
Yes. You've suffered right with her, haven't you, darling?
Well, she is my sister.
Well, at least this terrible ordeal she's been through has had one ray of sunshine.
Oh, really? What's that?
Well, if Paige's life hadn't been in danger, she never would have had a need for a bodyguard, and she never would have met Steve Guthrie.
I don't follow you, Mom.
Well, surely you know. Darling, where are your eyes? Paige has fallen in love with her bodyguard.
That's ridiculous.
Well, it was bound to happen, Brian. After all, they have been spending a lot of time together.
Well, that's only out of necessity. Steve has been protecting Paige.
You must admit, Mr. Guthrie is a handsome young man, and Paige is beautiful. It's understandable that they'd be attracted to each other.
Familiarity breeds love. Is that what you're saying?
Well, and Steve has been responsible for saving Paige's life on more than one occasion. Well, he's become a hero to her.
Look, Mom, you have a very fertile imagination. I'm sure you're just imagining this little romance.
I should think you'd be happy for Paige.
It is inconceivable that Paige is in love with Steve.
Brian, are you jealous?
No. What makes you say that?
Well, the news doesn't seem to please you.
It's just that I'm very surprised to hear it, Mom.
Well, you did have that teenage crush on her. And you've always been overprotective of her. Darling, it's time you realize she's growing up.
Mom, Paige and I happen to be very close. How come she hasn't mentioned this romance to me?
Oh, Paige is like that. Maybe she's afraid there might be some friction. She isn't sure how her father will react to the news.
What does he have to do with this?
Oh, well, fathers always want their little girls to marry business executives, professional people, somebody who will give them a secure future. I don't think an ex-police officer is exactly what he had in mind.
Just how do you know all this, Mom? Woman's intuition?
The mother knows. Actually, Paige came to me the other day, and we had a mother-daughter chat.
Paige, since when does she confide in you?
Oh, I realize we haven't been close, but I guess she just felt the need to talk to another woman. Brian, there's no doubt in my mind that she loves Steve Guthrie very much.
I think it's obvious, then, why Jed tried to appear as Tobias.
Yeah, well, Paige has always trusted Tobias. I'm sure Jed knew that was the best way to get her out of the house.
I've got a man stationed outside Jed's hospital room. In the event he should regain consciousness, perhaps he can give us some additional information.
You know, I have been reading script and story outlines for some time now, and the most amazing story of all has been unfolding right here in my own backyard.
I'm not selling you the film rights, Daddy. As soon as the police close this case, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to forget the whole mess ever happened.
Well, that time may come a lot sooner than you think, Miss Madisson.
Chief, didn't you say you had some information for us?
The unsuccessful attempt on Paige's life and the apprehension of Jed weren't the only good things that happened today, Steve.
Well, what else happened?
Earlier tonight, I got a report from some South American police. It seems that they interceded in a large-scale marijuana operation. The three men involved fitted the description of the three young men you said were members of the Tobias gang. Davy Rogers, Arcady Jones, and Charlie Nathaniel.
Are they in custody?
Unfortunately, no. They managed to get away, but there's no doubt that they were the ones.
Oh, that shows Draper Scott that I wasn't lying, and the district attorney also knows that they men exist.
And that proves that my daughter acted in good faith.
Well, I certainly would say that she kept her part of the bargain with the district attorney.
Which means that her immunity from prosecution is still intact.
I would say so.
Oh, that's a load off my shoulders.
Wait a minute, I think we're overlooking something here.
What?
Well, if these 3 men are hiding out somewhere in South America, that means they no longer pose as a threat to Paige.
And that means that the Tobias gang is probably all through. And that my daughter is no longer in danger.
Well, Tobias is still out there somewhere.
Yes, but Tobias doesn't pose any threat to me.
Maybe.
He told Miles Cavanaugh that he was trying to stop any further attempts on Paige's life.
Well, if he's telling the truth, maybe the danger is over.
Oh, wouldn't that be terrific? I don't have to worry about going to jail, and I don't have to worry about anybody trying to kill me.